In past years, elections were a walk in the park for Evo Morales, Bolivia's first indigenous president. But this time round, his fourth, things are uncomfortably close. His campaign slogan is a secure future, and his socialist policies have always managed to keep the economy growing at one of the highest rates in Latin America, whilst also cutting poverty through social programs. He says if re-elected, he plans to keep on doing that.
We would like to give 5 more years of our experience to Bolivia so that it continues to grow economically, to finish our great project, plans like construction of roads and airports.
But for the first time in a while, there's a credible challenger. Carlos Mesa, a former journalist and prominent intellectual, and he's attacking Morales' Achilles heel, his questionable commitment to democracy.
13 years, almost 14, is too much. It's too much injustice, too much corruption, and too much authoritarianism that's leading us towards a dictatorship.
It all started with Morales' latest re-election bid. After 3 terms in power, he needed to change the constitution to run again. He called a referendum to let the people decide. Narrowly, they said no. Then he did it anyway. That outraged many, and although there are 8 opposition candidates, Mesa's become the figurehead for the discontent. But analysts say the former interim president, Bolivia's last leader before Morales, has few policies of his own.
They're voting for him even though he hasn't done enough. It's a protest vote, not a convinced vote. He doesn't have a political party. He hasn't done a campaign. If he'd shown more character, he wouldn't be 8 points down. He'd be neck and neck and maybe even beating Evo Morales.
And Morales does seem more vulnerable than ever before. Environmentalists say that recent fires, which burnt down 5 million hectares of forest, were helped along by his government's allowance of slash and burn. Allegations of corruption have also tainted his movement for Socialism Party. But so far, there's only one favourite. Evo Morales is still the front-runner here, and that's because of his handling of the economy, which has consistently grown, and poverty, which has been significantly cut. That's why a lot of people still support him. But there are question marks about his approach to democracy itself, and that's where his rivals are gaining ground. Sunday's vote may not be enough to see Morales home. If the latest polls are right, this could be close enough to go to a second round. Holman, Jazeera, La Paz.